2, we've got a word problem, and it says we're going to refer to this information right here. In how many days will 261,000 flights have occurred in the United States? So that's what I'm trying to find out. And now I've got this real world link. In 1919, Britain and France offered a flight that carried 2 passengers at a time. Now there are more than 87,000 flights each day in the United States. This is a great example of when a word problem gives me way more information than I actually need. I'm trying to find out in how many days will 261,000 flights have occurred in the United States, which means none of this about Britain and France really matters. I just care there are more than 87,000 flights each day in the United States. That's what's important to me. So now I need to think of how to set up an equation. So I know there's going to be an equal sign, and I want to know when will the flights equal 261,000. So sometimes what I do is I write things out in words, and then I try to write them out using numbers and variables. So I want to know when will the flights be 261,000. Well, I know it's going to be there's 87,000 flights every day, so it's going to be my flights per day, and then I'm going to multiply that the number of days. Because if there's 87,000 flights in a day, I can multiply that by how many days there are to figure out how many total flights there would actually be. And I know the number of flights per day, 87,000. What I don't know is how many days it's going to be. If I don't know something, I have to make a variable. And notice in my question it actually asks me in how many days. I don't know the number of days, so I need to make a variable. Whenever we make a variable, we go off to the side and we're just going to say D equals number of days. You can never just put in a variable without first explaining what that variable means. We always have to know what a variable means. And so I just plug in D for number of days, and now I've got my equation. 87,000 times D, which I've said is the number of days, equals 261,000. And there is your equation. So not terribly tricky, just going through and identifying what each piece is going to be to get my equation.